Pede pra galera rasgar o like, hein?
Escabiaque.
Deixa o like, rasga o like, diga esmaga o like.
Escaboaque.
Diga esmaga o like.
Esmagoaque.
Isso aí.
Esse aí.
Tem um play aí já indignado. Mami. Então segue o fluxo, galera. Segue o fluxo. E vamos buscar elite. Vamos lá buscar elite. Boa noite a todos que iniciando aí a live aí. Primeiro que tá assistindo aí. Seja bem-vindo.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. More than half a century of history, the Estadio Morumbis, this gargantuan arena, has borne witness to many a glorious moment for Sao Paulo, both city and club. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Looking for the runner. Good ball over the top. Hullet. Now it's Messi. Messi! An early chance there, first of the game.
Messi reacted so well to bring that ball under control. Looked easy too. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Tries to get it clear. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, here's a player who can contribute in so many ways. Theo Hernandez. He's shown himself to be not just an effective crosser, but capable of excellent passing from deep, as well as being a pretty decent...
Chance! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Hullet. Donatoni. Hullet. Now it's Hullet. And that has been clubbed away. And they're quick to get it back. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Messi. Donadoni. And it's Lampard. Now Kaká.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And here's Hullet. Rummenigge. Royce. Royce with the cross. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Messi. That is lovely.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Hullet. Hullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Aldair cuts out the pass. Haaland. Donadoni. Might be danger here. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Just off target.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered. Rummenigge really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well timed, excellent interception. That looks a good ball through. Khan will lay claim to that. So what can they make of this? Defending was strong and firm. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Ruben Neves. Kaká. Pass is just off target. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Veron. Passes short and sharp. Big chance! Plenty to enjoy about the build-up there, not so much the finish.
Hullet really did pass up on a good opportunity then, but some of the build-up play was absolutely majestic. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Kaká. Now it's Hullet. And Hullet! He scores! And with that goal comes comfort.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Substituição no time do São Paulo.
Sao Paulo choosing to make the first change.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Against the crossbar. It has cut it out. What a throw in. And it's Rumo. That is a brilliant interception. Donatoni, interesting ball. Pullet. Donatoni. Lampard.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
That's good vision. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that's been intercepted. And the first 45 minutes are up. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. That gets things going for the second half. Turan. And they've switched it over to the other side. Rummenigge. Real chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Haaland. Some resolute defending there. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And he welcomes it in. Pullet! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Pullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. Pullet goes looking wide. And here's Pullet. Lampard. It's Lampard! Good effort first time.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
Sao Paulo are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And now the breakaway. Now it's Pullet. Pullet, shot a goal! Donatoni. Messi.
This is the time you need that pace.
Donatoni. Veron. Rummenigge. And here's Pullet. Pullet! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
I think his face smacks of disbelief as opposed to disappointment. He thought he was about to score.
Ruben Neves. And here's Haaland. And it's Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's being shifted off it. And he's picked out the run. Oh, that's a fine interception. Tries a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's another chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Cleared without complication. Ruben Neves. Some really good ball movement. Royce. Pull it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Donadoni. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. He's Donadoni! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Yeah, this is part of the job. Head down and keep plugging away. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Short changes him with that pass. Donatoni. He's through here. Messi. And Messi! He's scored! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 22.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Now it's Hullet. He's shifting through the gears here. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. And it's Hullet. Aims beyond the defence. Hazard. Messi. And that is expertly dealt with. Desperate defending required here.
Sao Paulo have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
I think we're just about done here. Hernes. Nicely worked. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Costa Curta spots it and intercepts. Beckenbauer is onto it in a flash. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. So that's got things underway. He's picked his way through. Hullet.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
Nothing quite like him in the modern era.
Agreed.
And he was quick to react. Messi. Hullet. Chance to finish. Neymar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Hullet. Messi. Veron. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making.
And he's had a hit! That's a half-decent try.
Osimhen really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Osimhen. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Hullet. Hullet. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Leicester kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rummenigge. Hullet goes in for the header! He's done very well to get to that.
Hullet actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Hullet. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Veron. Plays a sharp little ball here. Big chance! It's run in for the pieces! Denied by an instinctive save.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Definitely not one of his best. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. He's through here. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Pinches it off him. Osimhen! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Played back in. Keeper's ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover. Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
15 minutes till half-time. Messi. Pass is just off target. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Royce has it in a wide position. Backward it goes. And Royce! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Royce is offering a wry smile there.
Osimhen is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Bullet! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Oh, that's a key interception.
E aí, Fabão?
Fala, Josi.
Boa tarde, beleza?
Boa noite já, né?
E boa noite, né? 6 horas,
É.
passou das 6 horas.
É.
E
E aí, tudo certo?
Tudo certo, e você, tamo
Beleza.
tá na divisão? Oi?
Tô, já comecei aqui a
Well, he
maratona.
certainly wasn't in the mood
Começou
to
a
take any
temporada da
risks.
quarta divisão, né?
Isso.
Começa na quarta, né? Que tá na primeira.
Just beyond his reach.
Oh,
Osimhen, can he finish?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Uma mulher boa.
Veron.
ah,
Now it's Hullet.
dá pra cá
That
depois
has
o
been
remédio.
slung wide. He is
Então
through
daqui a
here.
pouco.
There's the shot. Good
É, o
effort.
menino vai vir
And it is
domingo mesmo, hein?
right on
Vai.
half-time. Truth be told, perhaps it's
Tá
not
aí.
the game that many anticipated, but there is
É pra
lots to
demorar
be
mais
seen in it,
pouquinho.
lots to be taken from it. Plenty
Meu Deus,
for the
agora
key
dá pra-
figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. So we reach the halfway point.
A very entertaining half, Peter. The game's being played at a really good intensity. It's been open. It's been quite end to end, and I think the crowd are really immersing themselves into this. And I just hope we get more of the same in the second half. Something to look forward to.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. There's the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. No, that's been intercepted. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Shapes to shoot! Goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement. He's had a hit! He's got a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Messi. And that's a good ball. Chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Neymar. Thuram gets a foot in here. Well, that's been cut out, well played. And it's Neymar. And he's managed to get free. Neymar going full steam ahead down the left flank.
Atacante, SA.
Ah, segundo atacante foi?
É,
Maldini.
lateral,
Now it's
lateral, móveis. Móveis.
Rummenigge.
Ele joga nas duas pontas. Não,
Skillfully cut out.
lateral direito, ele joga de
So at ease on
lateral
the ball.
direito, ou ponta direita
Undercooked that
e
one.
de segundo
The game is
atacante de
full of
baixo.
ifs and
E
buts.
MLD, né?
If only the
Yeah.
pass could have completed its journey.
É isso mesmo, também. 3 de posição.
He's going to be disappointed with that. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Hullet. Now it's Hullet. Oh, shooting chance! So, third corner of the game.
Depois se eu tiver o tempinho aí, sem. Eu pedi pro seu. Nós upar o jogador aqui. Upar o Raul direito, eu upei automático o Raul. E colocar o signo íntimo nele.
Sim, sim, um ajeito aí pra você.
Depois, quando tiver sem jogar, entendeu? Tiver um tempinho aí.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Zagueiro.
A case now of complete control. And it's Messi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And now they can clear their lines. Ball is over the line.
Hullet really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh no, what has happened here?
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
He could be in here. Great ball, and he's in here. Decent hit. It's there. It is no
Fez uma reposição de bola errada, tomou o gol. O Rumo fez a antecipação de um contra-ataque. O Menick tome. Sabe que o Menick tem moral.
Contra-ataque normal.
Eu tô no contra-ataque normal, José. Só no contra-ataque. Por enquanto, rápido não dá pra usar não.
Ah não, porque então, sei lá,
fica um buracão ali, exposto ali, não dá certo não.
Meio de campo. Quem sabe marcar, dá pra jogar aí. Quem sabe marcar, fica mais difícil. Se marcar ainda. Quem sabe marcar bem, meio de campo tudo aberto. Tomar gol direto.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so. And Hullet! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save. And the header! Brought out the best in the keeper. Rumo. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that's put paid to a promising move. Hullet, lovely bit of skill. Maldini, Royce, bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Defending was strong and firm. Turns back here, probably the best option. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Já troca aqui, já tem de novo.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. And it's Hullet. Bayer. Barcelona ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shevchenko, well timed, excellent interception.
O cara botou o Messi no gol, velho. Ô, meu irmão, derruba a partida, não faz isso não. Perde a graça, pô. Derruba a partida. Bota Messi no gol, velho. Como é que você aprende a jogar desse jeito? Você vai entender o jogo. Ou você joga até o final e aprende, pô, ou você derruba. Não é, José?
Com certeza.
Botou o Messi no gol, velho. Perde até a graça de jogar, entendeu?
É mesmo. Calma. O cara tá com 1.900 pontos.
Então que ele botou foi Messi no gol, velho.
Ô, João Vitor.
Tá tomando 5-0, hein? Apertou o pau, acho que vai tirar o goleiro.
João Vitor tá em primeiro aqui. João Vitor, camisa do Santos. O Neymar com a camisa do Santos. Acho que é João Vitor, né? A formação, cara. Tá a formação doida. 5 zagueiros.
É que ele tem a consciência da partida. Se você realmente não tá, derruba, faz alguma coisa, mas botar o goleiro na linha, o atacante Messi, ainda Messi no gol. Tem propósito. É bom se adiantar seu lado e adianta até o meu também. Entendeu?
Sempre tem um pedaço, vamos ver se eu acho.
Essa partida aqui já vou pra terceira, velho. Pra eu ganhar.
Aí sim, hein?
Deixa eu ver aqui, José, se é o João Vitor.
É João Vitor mesmo. É
Será
João Vitor. É João Vitor na primeira divisão.
Ele já tá na primeira já? Vixe. Caraca, já tem gente na primeira já. Tem um.
João Vitor é o.
3, 4.
O primeiro
tem 4
ranking.
caras já. Tem 4
João
caras
Vitor.
na primeira.
O cara é viciado demais, você tá doido.
Guia Futebol joga direto, velho. Por isso que ele fica entre os primeiros aí. O cara passa o dia jogando. Quero saber como é que esses caras. Quem paga a conta desses caras, viu, velho?
Esses caras trabalham, não?
É para não sei não, viu, Zé? Porque.
Os trabalhos dele é só no YouTube só? Só fazendo live? Não foi outro trampo, não? Será? Acho que não,
Deve ser
né?
aqueles barrinhos, eu não entendo isso aqui, velho. Bora o Bob Louco, já joguei com esse Bob Louco aí. É o Bob Louco mesmo. É do Real Madruga. Sabia que ia ter jogado com ele. É do nosso clã.
Madruga. Do clã, né?
É, lá do meu clã.
O cara é viciado, né?
É, joga muito ele. Joga muito. Real Madruga, meu amigo Nietzsche. Fera. Grande Nietzsche. Pensa nele desenrolado ali. Agora, queria ter essa paciência dele, viu? Um grupo com mais de 200 pessoas, Josué.
Oi?
Ele tem um grupo de mais de 200 pessoas. Fora os campeonatos que ele organiza. Divisões A, B e, se eu não me engano, até a C. Na Série B lá, pra tu ter ideia, tem 30 participantes. Só pra tu ter ideia. E os achões que ele faz diário e as competições também que ele faz, né? Ele faz umas competições bem bacanas. Massa, muito bom. Bem organizado o grupo. E a pessoa dele, né? Tem um cara muito gente boa. Ele, o Alexandre lá também, que ajuda muito.
90 minutes to decide whether they can take the big step up. The manager has challenged his players to deliver a statement, a warning shot to prospective opponents for next season. This is it. And the mood is
tem um cara com 2.700 de força na divisão. Vamos ver que vai dar.
And already we're underway here.
Vamos ver que vai dar.
Nesta gets a foot in here.
Vamos lá, vamos pro jogo.
And here's Royce.
There's a player on this pitch who shines above the rest, and we're talking defence.
And that is?
Well, it's got to be Paolo Maldini.
Who's arguing?
Yeah, and he's a living, breathing symbol of leadership, loyalty, and devotion to his...
Oh, shooting chance! Marvellous
Essa
goal!
jogada de escada é muito bacana,
Listen,
muito
the
fácil.
big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason
Posição
we
de
just seen.
bola.
They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Rummenigge really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
How important will this turn out to be? This is going to give them a lot more options now.
Rijkaard getting this one clear. A mixture of good
Malvadão, acho
defending
que
and indecisive
não
passing.
consigo subir a primeira ontem não, hein?
He's found a way through.
Consigo não. Dava osso pra ele, né? O cara que chegou a 794
Well, they've got it again.
e a quando vem, né? Come o cara, time do cara.
Rijkaard. Beckham. So just a one early goal to report so far.
Caramba,
And the
que
score is
diferença.
1-0. And here's Hullet. Neymar. Oh, that was vital.
Uma série pra mim. Eu tô jogando com a formação 4-2-2, depois eu vou mudar essa formação. Fazendo aquela formação que você fez aí.
And it's Hullet. That is lovely.
Essa formação 4-2-2 não é muito ruim também não.
Well, the movement
A
is
marcar
slick,
também é bom no
the
meio de
speed
campo.
is slippery. The defence, though,
Fica mais
able to
fechado
hold
no
on
meio.
this time. He's in here. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. That's a nicely measured pass. That's really well cleared. And they're back on the ball again. Works it forward. And here's Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here. Davids. Hullet, who's set up one goal so far. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh,
Você é
good read.
babaca, viu?
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Ah, quality dessert.
É, do cara tá oscilando, tá 3 barrinhas, 3-5, 3-5.
And
Dá
here's
uma
Bale.
travadinha.
Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost...
2-0.
That's a half-decent try.
Well, the look on his face says it all.
Now it's Hullet. And it's Beckham. Messi. Messi! It's a loose... It's Neymar!
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Ai meu Deus.
There's the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
There's a certain aura about him today, tremendous.
Peguei psicar
With their
aqui.
first corner, the first
É
in the game
muita
for either
ruindade.
side, actually. And And now they can spring out of defence. That's beautifully weighted. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Messi with the foul.
Vai dar tá.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Not the worst challenge in the world, Peter, but this really isn't the time for it, is it?
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Ave Maria.
Maldini clears. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, super find. That's been intercepted. And the half-time whistle goes. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Messi.
There's the start of the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Tries a shot!
Davi, o jogo do Palmeiras 7 horas. Palmeiras.
Flamengo é que horas, José?
7 horas o jogo do Palmeiras.
E o Flamengo?
Flamengo, não sei se é 9h30. Não sei não, acho que é 9h30, eu acho.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Também esse período tá fora, hein?
Sim.
And now a sudden chance to
Até se
counter.
empatar complica, viu?
É, complica, mano.
And here's
Aqui ganhar a última.
Foot in.
É, Libertadores.
We expected better, and
São
so
Flamengo
did he.
é. Flamengo, Palmeiras é classificado com 12 pontos, pode até perder.
Now it's Bale. Oh, Super Bowl. Can he finish? And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. And that's definitely not his best. Royce. Royce.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
He's gone forward. Messi. Now the finish!
Caraca, deve ter me chutou antes, viu?
Kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Também tá oscilando agora, dá uma oscilada ruim, o cara tá direto. É doido, vai pra.
Vai dar certo aqui.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Ixi, esse é negócio de.
And the goalkeeper's got a good throw to that. And now they can spring out of defence. Dink through. Got it! And another try!
Nossa.
Now he wants to get in on the act here.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Chooses to go back. Decent hit!
Aí você entregou um jogo, Bob.
Takes it away!
Vacilou, hein?
There's the
Vacilou
goal
aí, Bob.
they've been looking for. Terrible error.
Agora os
Duly
mais estão
punished.
vacilando aí.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And he's there to get it away. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that.
And the finish!
Abriu a sacola aqui, o Bob.
And more! Pomp, panache, and passion. This, a man full of it all.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Meu Deus.
Você vai comer a carne moída? Farinha é bom.
Aham. Você é louco. Olha lá. Caramba. Ah, toquei errado 2 vezes. Que mal fraco do cara, 2.700 de força ia jogar. É louco, é? Ainda a internet do cara é ruim ainda. Time fraco, internet ruim, vixe. O cara vai puxar o cabo, vai. O cara puxou o cabo.
Vou jogar com Xuxa.
Xuxa?
O nome do cara é Xuxa.
Ai, caramba.
O nome do time é Pé de Rato. É mole?
Tá de rato.
Esses caras são criativos, velho.
É cada coisa, hein?
Somos de Josi.
Hum.
Somos de Josi. Deixa de loucura.
Deixa de loucura.
Não tá no velho, acho que o velho não tá bonito.
Acabou aqui? Acabou aqui?
Pronto a entrare in consiglio e poi infatti quando il Milan sarebbe tornato nel 2007 Yokohama si sarebbe preso molto di tempo. Atalanta Milan del Regina Milan, ecco intanto la sostituzione di Arca di Sky Martina Maestri, la sua volta spazio sarebbe uscito
Não.
Riccardo Cacà in campo al 29esimo del secondo tempo sullo 0-0 di Milan. E il piano di Milan si disegna.
Tem um whey.
Il canestro in campo così. Centrocampo, diciamo.
Well, of course, there are few feelings in football better than that which accompanies promotion. The non-stop torrential outpouring of good feeling is the perfect overture to today's proceedings. You would be hard-pressed to find a happier place than this, anywhere, anytime. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride and passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. We have already started here. Pullet, Rummenigge, Veron, Royce, tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Arruma depois. Bora pro lugar.
Vinicius Junior. That is a great pick out. And a header!
Bom goleiro.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well,
Oxe, já colocou no copo.
being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a...
Now he wants to get in on the act here.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count. Size really matters.
Deixa pra amanhã, carne de porco. Carne de porco à noite não é bom, né? Carne de porco não é bom não comer à noite, não. Carne de porco à noite não é bom, não.
É pedido, Romenico. Quer pegar essa bola? É pedido.
Ave Maria. Tá um fel isso aqui. É doido. É louco, gosto.
Neymar is there and he can get that clear. The ball has bounced loose now.
Ué, eu chutei, não fui não. Caramba.
That's clear cut. It's free kick.
Pois eu chutando um quadrado pra chutar pro gol sozinho. Não chutou, esperou o cara chegar.
Já tô na terceira, José.
Tá de brincadeira, hein?
Vem, José.
Oi?
Já tô na terceira já.
Já, aí sim, hein? Só isso ali pra segunda hoje ainda.
É a meta hoje.
Você sobe. Aí eu muito.
Conseguindo aqui, já vão fazendo 1-0 para a primeira vitória.
Sobe,
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
Ah, tô pegando a adversária fraca. A adversária aqui é mais. O outro é mais fraco, esse aqui já é mais ou menos.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding us,
he's gone for goal.
Vamos ver.
Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rummenigge.
Ah, Ronaldinho perdeu gol de cabeça. Sozinho. Só ele e o gol.
Possession football, Jim.
Eita, ruindade.
What is it though that really makes it work?
Que
Well, for me,
ruindade.
what makes it work is the fact that
Falta
everyone in this team
treinar
has the courage
mais.
to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
He certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable. And he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
So, power or guile? What's it going to be?
Oh, o cagado da porra de rebote, o goleiro espalmou. Sobrou Peto. Cara, esse homem vai vir melhor, né?
Ah, eu acredito que sim, né?
É, com certeza, vai que vir, né?
Se for baseado no Gullit,
Ah. Manda pra mim. Eu junto as moedinhas aqui, pra mim 200 moedas aí pra mim. Pra ver surgindo.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort.
200 moedinhas pra tentar também.
Plays a delicate ball, and that should get the job done.
Deu certo ainda.
Vinicius Junior. Well seen.
Nossa, 3-0. Ih, tá oscilando. Ó, tem vez que tá oscilando a duas internet, ó. A conexão a minha é do cara.
É, a dos dois tomou, né?
Aconteceu isso aí não?
Raramente, Zé, raramente.
Meu de novo aqui. Nossa, tomei o gol. Cara, os dois ao mesmo tempo, cara, a conexão oscilando.
A minha tá oscilando aqui mais é pra cima, tá ligado? Não pra baixo. 3 tá mantido. Entre 3 e 4. E pode ir pra 2. Se for pra 2, aí o bicho pega. Aí ela trava mesmo.
O cara tava 3 aqui, dá umas travadinhas de leve.
3 dá pra ir, mas se for pra 2...
Parou de travar.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Climbs up big. Oh, that was no routine save.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Bellingham. Played back in. Well, the defense just about came out on top. They were certainly
30 minutos. Vamos ver se o cara derruba. E próximo vou subir rápido pra terceira, hein? Tô pegando só baba só. Tô pegando só baba por enquanto.
Neymar, that's a little off target. Rumo.
Não, tá impedido.
Messi.
Sabia. Deve ter tocado antes a jogada.
A quite incredible spell. They are flying. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
(3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Messi. Oh, Red, nice interception. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Nossa senhora.
Vinicius Junior. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Messi. Rodri.
Aprende, toca a bola direito.
Bellingham. Oh, good ball. Decent hit! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Meu
Neymar!
camarada.
And the keeper threw out a limb.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
He's come in hard. And there's the end of the first half. Well, the contrast in fortunes here could not be much more stark. All smiles on one side, their qualities have shone through.
Olha o goleiro que o goleiro tomou, mano. Nossa, que falha do goleiro.
Peter, do I really need
Puxou
to
o
say anything,
triângulo,
or can I simply
o goleiro
refer you to the
saiu
scoreline?
errado, bro. Dividiu com o atacante, o cara conseguiu fazer o gol ainda. Ah, louco. Nada a ver esse gol tomei aqui, mano. O goleiro tomou uma falha, mano.
Abra os olhos do meu coração.
Descarregou o controle. Descarregou o controle.
And we're off again.
Carregou o controle, isso ficou pra carregar, senão
the same as they were before the break.
não dá pra jogar.
Works it forward.
Vamos ver.
Rodri. Gently done. And here's Messi. Oh, that's ambitious. Cleared without hesitation.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good up.
There's the hit! Sticks it away!
Ah, frio, já?
There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen
Tá
the
doido,
proof.
já joguei.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
Ixi.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Hernandez spots it and intercepts. Vinicius Junior has it in a wide position. Peron did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Deixa de loucura.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning.
Erra
So good
passe
from him.
mais.
That dugout has
Desse
had
jeito
some
já
relief
quer
at
perder
least,
mesmo
but
esse
now
jogo.
the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Shifted upfield. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Rummenigge, big header!
Oxe, Xuxa ficou doido. Chega, café jogou contra.
Ah, mas girei é gol.
Mas Xuxa, não faça isso não, Xuxa.
Esse setor joga
Que
muito.
é isso, Xuxa?
Xuxa, tá apanhando, né, Xuxa?
Tá apanhando aqui, fazendo gol contra.
Pegou contra.
It's just the way it
Desanimou o
Derrubou.
cara.
Derrubou a partida. Eita, Xuxa, você é resenha, viu?
Oi, eu vou perder o... Ah, o 6.
Caramba, eu achei que eu tinha jogado. Meu Deus do céu. O jogo foi a quarta divisão. Viajei agora.
Nossa senhora.
Vacilo. Não é mais que nada não. Vamos embora. Servir pra treinar.
Pô, você tá impedido, né? Ah, tá demais, hein? Que burrice. Toma aí. Meia dúzia, tá bom? Vou pausar só de raiva aqui. Pausar pra ver se ele puxa o cabo. Condicionando aí, que tomar fumo mesmo.
Esse capacete aqui vai para Roraima. Cliente aqui do Instagram comprou comigo. Se Deus quer falar.
Onde estava mais, né?
Eu gostaria de conversar com
Que pra ninguém.
Quer falar de mim? Fala.
Meu Deus. Toca mal demais.
Bora fazer um caldo de macaxeira bem fácil e delicioso se você tivesse com eu. Eu não acredito que eu cortei o bolo da minha vida inteira e só agora tô descobrindo. Olha só a praticidade.
Ô, louco. Não acredito.
Uma faca grande. 3 a 4 fatias. Eu que você já sabia dessa. Como é que você achou? Como você faz por aí? Você não escovou mais pela boca. Eu não acredito que eu cortei. Mas vem pra cá, esse caldo baixa tudo. Eu não. Diga pra você nunca estragar mais as suas vidas. Um pedaço da carne desse jeito, vou ficar de pontinha. Olha que legal. Diga pra você nunca estragar.
Oxi. Que é isso, ô menino? Que você fez aí, rapaz? Começou o jogo, Davi. Hã? Mas tô jogando aqui, tô jogando aqui.
So without question, it is
Tem
one of
nessa
the
partida
most
aqui.
awaited, most anticipated days on the footballing calendar.
7 horas
So
vai
many
começar 7
teams,
horas?
so many ambitions, and only a handful will go forward to achieve those ambitions. That is the nature of our fascinatingly competitive game. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibel. Great hit!
Nossa, velho, pra fora, filho.
And that is
Ah,
doing
tá.
Top,
no
né?
harm at
Bola
all.
desse
Yeah,
passo.
he'll be a little vexed
Sem
with himself
goleiro.
having done
Manda
well
no
to get
gol,
there
nem
first.
defenda, mas manda no gol. Uf.
7, toma aí. Tem nem graça assistir jogo do Palmeiras não, tá classificado já com 12 pontos. Tem nem graça assistir hoje. O Palmeiras pega 2 babas.
That's really well cleared. Fiddles it through. Nesta cuts out the pass.
Toma. 8-2. Puxa o cabo, vai.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing.
6 gols do Eto'o.
Pull
O
it.
Eto'o fez 6 gols.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature.
Nossa,
Who
o
can
homem
make
faz
the
gol muito.
difference?
Well, Peter,
Joga
I really
muito.
like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot.
Vai
He
puxar o
isn't the
cabo, cara.
biggest, but he's known
Puxou
for
o
having
cabo.
a big character that makes up for
É
that.
muita
He's
pressão.
brilliant in boxes and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that and he's a formidable presence at the back.
Okay, interesting. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Mbappe.
2 vitórias, 6 pontos.
That's a fabulous ball. He's
15
picked his
pontos pra
way
subir.
through. Terrific header. Goal! Manchester United! Broad smiles all round. It is indeed
E aqui,
a
David?
fine,
Você
fine
acha?
header.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
So, a breakthrough already. Bellingham.
Vai, Davi.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So
Vou
good from
colocar.
him. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Thuram gets good distance on it. And he stands tall, impenetrable.
Ó, pra aqui, vamos ver.
Rodri. And it's Ronaldinho. Mbappe! That is a brilliant interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Ah, quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And here's Ronaldinho.
Tá meio de Bolívia.
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Sei lá, vamos
And
ver.
he's there to get it away. And now they can spring out of defence.
SPN. SPN.
Maldini
SPN.
gets across to intercept that. Oh, that's a nice ball.
Okay.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Veron. Rummenigge. Passing nice and
O
neat.
cara é desses. Bate a setinha. Opa.
He could be in here. Pullet proves just a little bit too strong.
O cara é fraco, pô. O cara
Manchester
é
United
tranquilo.
applying the press here. A high
Cara.
press.
O cara é tranquilo.
Yeah,
Fraco,
we
tá,
see
tá.
this
Vai
so
perder o
often
jogo por causa
these
disso.
days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, they are
Vacilou
so
um
much of
pouquinho,
them,
já
but
era.
of course the returns can be terrific.
Em moto é pior ainda,
Just can
moto é
chip
mais
through.
rápido.
No luck with that dink over the top.
Ah, se for. Espera o farol fechar.
Rodri. Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Royce, well seen, saw that coming. Mbappe, that has been cut short.
Marcos, joga Marcos.
Manchester United couldn't
Aí,
really
acabou
be
isso aí,
more
ó.
watertight in midfield. Not a trigger is
Isso
getting
dá
through.
falta na bola naquela, isso.
Vieira, Messi. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Shot could be on. Goalkeeper's ball. Rummenigge gets flagged offside. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Rummenigge. Played back in. Big chance, corner. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Pedri. That's beautifully weighted. That's an excellent interception. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to
Não, Vitor, vai dar minha
I
bicicleta.
can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Olha lá, o goleiro foi dar um soco na bola, passou direto na bola. Ai, caramba. O cara foi dar um soco na bola, Fábio, passou direto na bola.
Então saiu voando.
Foi dar um soco na bola na defesa aqui, passou direto. Só que não tem ninguém na ponta lá. Ah, o goleiro da Bolívia é ruim demais. Só da Palmeiras, pô, no começo. O time é fraco, o Palmeiras ganhou lá na Bolívia.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cara.
Leicester kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pedri. For Rice. Bellingham. Veron. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Leicester promptly onto that, and that is that. Rice.
Gol!
Bellingham.
Gol!
That's been intercepted.
Molinho.
Positioning. So
O Molinho tá voltando agora, tava machucado.
Driven forward.
Gol de cabeça do Molinho.
That's another good
O Molinho nem
move
se
of the ball.
mexeu.
Oh, that's a clever looking ball.
Cabeçada forte, cruzamento do.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here.
O Palmeiras tá poupando jogador, mano.
Hullet. And Hullet.
Não tá como tá
Certo,
jogando, não.
tá certo, tá classificado?
Oh, the keeper's
É.
done ever so well. Hullet
Tá
really must
poupando
be
um
thinking
jogador.
what he has
Tá
to do
certo,
to
ele tá
score there.
classificado já. Em geral.
Their second corner of the game.
Ó, vai ser uma goleada para o Palmeiras ficar hoje, vai ver. Em 6 minutos, 6 minutos tá 1 a 0.
To go forward now.
O Moleiro tá voltando, tá machucado mais de mês. Mais de um mês sem jogar o Moleiro.
Messi. Well
Zagueiro.
seen. Saw that coming.
Já voltou bem.
Pedri.
Marco Rocha tá jogando titular.
What are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
That is good alertness. Veron. Oh, can he get onto this? And he was quick to react.
Vai ver o quê? É pedido não,
Works
pai.
it forward. And he's intervened well there. Ronaldinho. Mbappe. That looks a cracking ball. Oh, shooting chance!
Olha aquele mexiquinho aí. Olha lá.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Tá na frente o jogador do cara.
And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card.
Como assim?
Corner number 2 then.
2h30.
Veron getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Vai ver.
Royce. Van der Ven gets over and intercepts. And he's managed to get rid.
Pegou, tá na mesma linha.
Nesta. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Esse cartão amarelo aqui, errar.
Good read. That was well played, well stopped. Neatly clipped into space.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
É que ela gosta de copia, né?
Rice. That's been intercepted. Wrong. Nicely worked. That's a shade up.
Cara, o cara é covarde aqui, velho. Na moral, o cara retranca o time todinho, velho. Tá maluco. Que jogador lixo.
Maria. Vamos lá.
O cara retranca todo o time. Será que você tá com medo de perder?
Mais um sumo. Não vai com água gelada. É, vamos água gelada.
Changes here from both sides, in fact. Now it's Raul.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And here's Hullet.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched.
No,
They
this
can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Boa noite, amor.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. Pedri.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Não precisa fazer isso aí não, tá? O cara tá na ponta lá, por que fazer isso aí? Não, não.
He thumps it clear. Time is running out here.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they
Dá
have.
diabetes.
Ó, gente, dá um toque aí de responsa.
Raul. Bellingham.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Royce.
Teve.
Ball has bounced loose now.
Giai, tá jogando
Pega a
Giai.
bola, aí, só, filho. Aí não dá, não.
Tá Gomes, parece
We
que
get
tá.
to see this more and more defenders popping up in these positions.
O cara perdeu o jogo, velho. Cara, a desgraça do cara que coisou o jogo aqui todinho.
Tá fácil, hein? Tá fácil, 2x0, vai ser uma goleada histórica.
Vai lá, bicho, fica com a vitória, Zé Ruela.
Good read. Needed to have a shot.
Jogador velho frouxo.
Close.
Tá
Mas,
bom,
velho,
Fábio.
retranca
Tá
todinho.
Ball has gone.
Palmeiras tá ganhando?
The two
Tá
parties
10 a 0.
separated by the game.
Três.
Some really meaningful moments.
Tá, tudo de 2x0 em 11 minutos.
Sometimes unwatchable for those with a
Vai ser 4x0 esse jogo aí. Olha o pato do Maurício. Pago de Torre fez o gol. Olha. O time é fraco. O time é fraco.
Está por fuera del área chica, por lo tanto le cuesta al arquero salir, es muy riesgosa. Y con ventaja para que vaya acercándose sobre el final, luego de pasarlo al arquero y darle tiempo al delantero que llegue cerrando la pinza.
O Coutinho vai bem, esse daqui ele joga pra caralho, muito habilidoso. Ele é rápido. Ele é rápido pra caralho na ponta.
Que podía llegar a salvar a Bolívar, daba la sensación, era la ansiedad de este propio por marcar él, ¿no? Que lo termine mejor de todo. Pero llegó firme el uruguayo de esta manera, marca su primer gol en Libertadores con Palmeiras, tenía uno, tiempo atrás, edición 2020 con Peñarol.
Sí,
Habían estado 4 en el 2021, pero de la Copa Conmebol Sudamericana. Por eso su paso por el Orlando City. Para el todo, es jovencísimo, 25 años. Ahora uruguayo.
Hace 4-0.
Era complicado para Bolívar.
Olha o funcionário.
3 minutos, 2 a 0. Mano, o Bolívar é muito ruim, mano. O Bolívar foi dar um soco na bola, ele só passou reto assim, foi super bem, mano. Fudido, mano. Nossa senhora.
Palmeiras na Libertadores da América, 2-0, sereno.
Voadão assim, né?
Direito, assistência, e assistência, sim. Chamou a nossa. Facundo aproveitou para participar da Libertadores. Mas convenhamos, a Janice deve estar vendo o Napoli. É um 3-2. Não sei, tem número da camisa do Romário? Não, do técnico. Como atuante, se bem, eu nem vejo ele em pé, viu, Janice?
Não, mas ele tá em pé, sim. Imagina o que passa na cabeça dele, né? Tendo que empatar, pelo menos empatar, pontuar e sobe 2 gols em 11 minutos.
Olha, o cruzamento é feito, um toque de cabeça, brigava por ali, o Vitor Roque, ela sobrou com o cordão. Essa vida dele tá difícil, viu? Precisando de um empate, ao menos um empate no Allianz Parque. A vida dele tá difícil. Palmeiras vem embalado, liderando o grupo, liderando o Campeonato Brasileiro, vem de vitória contra o seu grande rival, né? No estado, o time do São Paulo, a vitória por 1-0. E aqui já 2-0. Retorno o time do Palmeiras. Só primeiro tempo 2-0 e tá com uma vontade de jogo o time do Palmeiras. Aí o Marcos Rocha. E acaba recebendo um pouco mais atrás. Jogou de lado. Pela esquerda. Ganhou a velocidade.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. And that's put paid to a promising move.
Outra, vai ensaiar, jogar na área. Tá muito longe.
It's a sharp pass. Mateus. In with a header! And another try!
Rafael Veiga não tá fazendo nem falta, Rafael Veiga. O Maurício já joga de meio atacante ali.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Terrific header! And he's following up!
Meu filho, peguei um cruzador aqui agora que eu vou dizer, viu?
Listen, the big names earn their
Oi?
reputations for
Peguei
precisely
um
the
cruzador
reason
aqui,
we've
meu
just seen.
amigo.
They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Great header, made it look easy.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So, a breakthrough already. Pull it.
Ó o bolão.
Veron simply refused to be outdone there. Ronaldinho. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So
Não
good.
acredito.
And it's Royce. Thinks one through.
Acredita a falta.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Ronaldinho. Here's Rodri. And it's Ronaldinho. Kaká carries the ball down the right. Look at the space here.
Não é fraco, é?
Spread it left.
Ah,
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should
Vamos
resort
disputar
to
Libertadores, hein?
risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Kaká. Paris Saint-Germain trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one. Shapes to shoot! And it's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, that's something that'll make
Come
the
on.
manager proud because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome...
Decent hit! Now that is commitment to the cause. Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now.
tá feio.
Qual que é o dano que dá lá embaixo? Agora tá bom.
Olha.
Lá tá escuro. Lá embaixo, lá vai ter descarregado.
It's a mighty effort! Goal, Paris Saint-Germain! And they're back in front! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Paris Saint-Germain. Oh, smashing
Vai pro gol,
header!
Zé.
He has done it!
O Rio cabeceou errado lá, ó.
Incredible
Pode ser gol
spell.
contra, ó. Deixa pra trás, ó.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
And yes, it's him again.
Gente, não era verdade não, a coletiva do Palmeiras tá ganhando.
Pero era bueno, ¿eh? Una aproximación positiva, la segunda pelota sobre el tiro de esquina.
Time ruim esse time aí. É o pior time que eu já vi, foi esse aí, da Bolívia.
Es una señal para donde es cierto, está condicionada también, ¿no? Por el hecho de que Palmeiras retrocede.
É uma divisão lá pra baixo, né?
Palmeiras es un equipo defensivamente muy duro.
Paris Saint-Germain two up and into a position of real strength.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And Royce! That's got him rattled. And Dyke clears it away.
Ele vai de gol, domingo.
Oh, that is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Now it's Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming. They've got to be quick to recover this. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kaká going face to face with his great rival. Now there's a fine ball. Messi. Can he get it through? Shot a goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught.
Ele pegar no gol agora.
And he's straight
Escorregou,
offside.
só que tirou a bola ainda.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Cafu wins the duel this time. Pullets, Ronaldinho. Oh, that was vital. Has a look and plays it forward. Mateus. No, he wasn't going to let him past. So what can they make of this? Gently done. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority.
Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, this looks sharp.
Sabe chutar, só cruzar, né?
Well, that's a foul, free kick's been given. And it's Vieira. That's not gone well. Driving forward. Aims beyond.
Sabe chutar, tem que cruzar, né? Pra fazer gol. Tomei 3 gols de cabeça do cara, velho. Olha o tanto de cruzamento.
Ah, de cabeça direto e fora.
É, só que ele só joga cruzando o cara aqui.
Cruzamento dos caras grandão na área toda hora de gol.
Uhum.
Quindi Mauricio che cambierà, il conduttore si approssima, il service se la pausa e passa desesperadamente de Gressa. Aquí Torres para abrir el centro abierto de Mauricio.
Fraquíssimo esse aqui.
Pega.
Pode ser o contra-ataque do time do Palmeiras com isso.
Uma leiteira.
Esquerda. Vitor Roque para o
And the second half gets underway.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another.
Não nada, filho. Sabe cruzar.
Royce. Rummenigge. Well, that's well spotted. Mateus.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That'll be a throw. And it's Messi. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rodri. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Mateus is offering some sort of an apology there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Moved on forwards. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Pullet.
Entrou de primeira.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he cuts out the supply. Royce. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That is good alertness. And it's Royce. Veron. Oh, what a ball! And Royce! Mateus. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. That's a nicely measured pass. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it. It's loose.
E aí, cabeça, boa noite.
Oh, what has happened here? That's good play. And the shot! Now it's Pullet. Ronaldinho and the shot!
Sai daí, menino, que não sabe chutar a bola não, que só sabe cruzar.
Mateus.
Cruzar você entende que nem cachorro. Você sabe cruzar. Você sabe cruzar, porque chutar...
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Ah, quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Eu vacilei, porque esse filme que eu me desconcentrei.
Pullet
Essa
unable to make
marcação
it
certa
happen for
ali.
all his good intentions. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Kaká puts his foot on the gas. 75 minutes played. Pullet.
Sabe chutar não, meu jovem. Eu não sei se você não sabe. Você só sabe cruzar. Ainda não entendeu o recado. O cara só sabe cruzar e quer chutar no gol, não sabe não.
Felipe Anderson dejó la bola con el flaco. Bueno, el pase para Rocha, Rocha que lanzó de mira Piqueré, mira Piqueré.
Decíamos que está más cerca Camila del tercero, casi como la secuencia de pases siempre tenemos algún óptimo. En este caso es de lateral a lateral. Porque subió Rocha, entró, se ve que
Piscou. Tá no formato gelado.
Não, mas a gente tivesse menos.
17
Amanhã vai fazer 14 graus de...
14?
So, third corner of the game.
Aí você faz gol de cabeça, quer escanteio, né, pai? Tem que fazer, viu? Você tem que fazer porque você só faz gol de cabeça.
Now it's Royce.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It's Kanawa!
Não tem nada, não tá. Não tá passando o Wi-Fi lá, mudou o Wi-Fi lá e. Conseguiu colocar no dedo.
Climbs up big! And somehow he managed to miss it. Iniesta. And he's found a way past. That's really well manoeuvred. That's fabulous. Can he finish? Messi. Xavi. And that's been intercepted. That was well played, well stopped.
Faz mais gol aí,
Well
goleiro.
seen. Saw that coming. He read that really well and stopped it. And it's Hullet. Hullet.
Ah, não, sim, passa, hein?
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Shevchenko. Hullet. Cristiano Ronaldo!
Valeu.
Now, who's going to be first to this?
Esse não sabe chutar.
And now they can clear their lines. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Nicely aimed pass. Van Dijk promptly on. And that is it. The referee has
Parabéns
seen enough.
pelas cabeçadas.
In the end, then, no joy.
Você joga muito de cabeça.
Not for the want of
Parabéns,
running.
viu?
Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Vou encerrar aqui, galera. Dá uma descansada, assistir o jogo. Valeu.
Não vou tocar bem, não?